Hello fellow collectors and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we are taking a look at SODO Book 4 from Kamen Rider Saber. And that's right, solely Kamen Rider Saber. I think this is one of the few, if not only, books that is actually 100% Saber dedicated. Let's go ahead and take a look. You can see we have Dragonic Knight, Crimson Dragon, King Lion, Dai Senki, Jow Dragon, Kenzon, and Slash. So pretty cool. We'll show off the boxes here real quick. So here is Dragonic Knight. Next up we have Crimson Dragon. King Lion Dai Senki. Then we have Jow Dragon. Kenzon. And last but certainly not least, Slash. So pretty cool lineup. Really excited it's actually all Saber related. Gonna go ahead and get these all stickered up and put together, and then we'll take a closer look. So here are the 6 figures fully assembled and all stickered up. And I have to say, there's really not too much going on as far as stickers go. I would say probably Kenzon and Slash over here have the most stickers. There's a lot of paint in this set, and I greatly appreciate that. So we'll start over here with Dragonic Knight, and all of this silver is paint, and it looks really sharp. Really, really nice. Now it does stop at the halfway point, but I understand they have to, make the budget somehow. But all of the red is also paint. Really, it's just the driver, the sword, the visor, these 2 stickers on the side of the sword on his head. That's really it. I mean, he's mostly paint. He looks really good. Articulation-wise, he's got a lot of nice movement here in the neck. He can look up really high, look down, side to side, even rock a little bit side to side. You have nice movement here in the shoulders. You do have that butterfly joint where they just kind of have like a wider cavity there so that the shoulder peg can move side to side a little bit. You have a hinge here for the shoulder piece, and you can kind of lift that up to get the arm in there so you can get the full range of motion out of that. You have a bicep swivel, 90 degrees in the elbow. You have a wrist that can swivel side to side, which is nice because even though he's holding the Dragonic booster, that piece is molded into the hand so it doesn't hinder the hand movement. And he does come with a different hand that's also holding the Dragonic booster handle, kind of a more open hand. So I think that's cool. I like how they did that. They have a waist swivel here. You have these skirt pieces are on hinges, ball joint in the hip, thigh swivel, a little bit over 90 degrees in the knee, and then a ball joint in the ankle. And that's pretty standard for all of these guys. I'll point it out if anything's different, but pretty standard as far as articulation goes. But really, really nicely done with Dragonic Knight. The silver paint and the maroon really, really, really sharp. And then he's got the standard base here, so you have the ball joint for the stand, you have the hinge here, and you have the ability to peg them in, so if you want to stack them, which I think is pretty cool. You have hand storage up to 4 spots, and then you have a little peg there if you want to peg him into the base instead of using the mount. They do all have these mounts in the back of the waist. And there you go. So Dragonic Knight looks fantastic. Really sharp looking figure there. Next up we also get Crimson Dragon, which was his form right before Dragonic Knight. It's kind of funny to see them both in the same box. But he looks pretty good. He's very red, as you might expect, using 3 red books. Now he's got a lot more stickers than Dragonic Knight, but still looks really good. So he's got visor stickers again on the side of the sword here. All this kind of gold inlay, that's all stickers. The driver. This is actually paint though, all this here. Except for this sticker on the top, that's a sticker. This is all painted. These here are stickers, the sword's a sticker. He's got these little wings on the back. He's got this skirt piece that pegs into the back but still has a spot for the stand, which I appreciate. And then there's a ball joint here for these two skirt pieces. All of the white on the thighs is paint. I apologize. And this silver here is also paint. Just the kneecaps are stickers. And then down here on the shins, that's all paint. And he's got the same articulation. He's got the butterfly joints. He's got the head that can look up. This piece, I don't know why on this one. This comes off a lot. I don't know why. See if I can get that back in there. But anyway, you can get the head to look up. This head connection is a little stiff, but it can still do all the same movement. Every time I try to move the head, the sword piece falls out, which is kind of a bummer. And then he's got the dragon head shoulder pad here. So it's a pretty cool form. I like it. Oh, all of the hawk head, that's all paint, which is nice. So they did a pretty good job with this guy. Like I said, he's got all the same articulation. I just think it's funny to have these two forms in the same box. Would have made more sense. Instead of giving us all those, you know, Three Little Pigs and all those other kind of side forms, you know, give us this form in one of the earlier boxes. But no big deal. Next up, we have King Lion Daisenki. Let me see if I can actually unpeg him without unpegging his tail. Nope. It's like Eeyore. His tail just always constantly falls off. You just peg that back in here. And again, it pegs into the peg hole in the back of the waist, but it has its own peg hole, so you can still peg him to the stand, which I appreciate. And this guy is mostly paint. All of the lion head is painted, which I think looks really, really nice. They did a great job with that. The driver is one big sticker. He's got the belt straps. The visor is sticker. The side of the sword. Obviously the sword itself. He doesn't have too much. The shins or the kneecaps. Oh, his feet are stickers. But yeah, his kneecaps are paint. This is all the blue is paint. And then he's got these kind of little wings here on the back. He's got his tail piece, which has a little hinge to it. These are on a hinge. Otherwise, he's got the same articulation. Now, this does not transform, so he cannot turn into the lion. He does have these little guns on the shoulders here that you can move around for a little bit of different posability. So he looks good. It's a bit of a bummer that he doesn't transform, but I feel like if they tried to make him transform, it would have looked a little wonky. I mean, the RKF transforms, and because of that, it is a little wonky. So this is just a nice, you know, fully posable, good-looking King Lion Daisenki. And once again, even though he has the lion booster, you can still move that hand. So I think that works out well. And I apologize, I haven't been showing this off, but they all have an open set of hands as well. All three of the ones I've showed so far have open set of hands. They come with the closed fists attached in the bag, you know, so you can hold weapons and everything. And then they have the open set of hands that I just store in the base. So next up, we will move on to one of my favorites, Jowl Dragon. They did a fantastic job with this guy. Honestly, I think he's got the most paint out of the whole box. I love the cape piece. I have to take it off. You can still attach him to the stand, which is nice, but I have to take the cape piece off so that I can get to it, and then I can unpeg him, and then we can put the cape piece back on. So there you go. And again, open set of hands there in the base. So I will say, from the side, it looks a little weird because the cape feels too far away from his body. From front on, it looks great. But from the side, it does look a little bit too far away. But I get it. You know, they just kind of had to have it be able to peg in there. But from the front, it looks fantastic. So if we take a look at the head, the black there on each side, that's a sticker. The visor is two different stickers, but all the gold, the red dragon eyes, that's all paint. All of the gold on his body is paint. All the black, all down the side of his thigh, his kneecap, side of his leg, that's all paint. Now the silver here, that's a sticker, and the shoe is a sticker. But that's a lot of paint. I mean, that's a real lot of paint, and it looks fantastic. Sticker here, and then sticker here for the sword. So I really love this guy. I think he looks great with the cape. I think the other reason it's a little bit further out is so that you can fit the stand underneath. So that's a nice feature because you can actually, you know, have him equipped with the cape and still attached to the stand. But yeah, he looks really good. They did a great job with him. And again, he's got all the same articulation as the others. So I'm going to once again take this off. Then you just go ahead and peg this into the back. And then you just put this back on over top. And it works perfectly. But yeah, he looks great. They did a really, really nice job with this guy. Oh, I forgot to mention the driver is a sticker as well. If you want to take a quick look at the driver there. Or I guess technically it's not a driver, but it's his book. All right, next up we have Kenzon. And Kenzon has a decent amount of stickers, but I actually like him a lot. He's a lot less bulky than the others, and I think that's something that he really has going for him. I like his kind of sleek ninja design. I love the color scheme. He's got this kind of piece on the back here that you can move around however you like, you know, to have his, I guess, what would you call that? I'm not really sure. I was going to say braids, but they're not really braids. He has these two, like, I guess, bandana pieces that just kind of fly in the wind. But it looks cool. I like it a lot. So he's got this shoulder and top of his, like, bicep painted. On this side, it's a sticker. And then over here, he's got his forearm painted. And over here, it's a sticker. And then they kind of do the same thing down here. Here on the thigh, paint this side sticker. Shin here, paint this side sticker. So they kind of, I guess they couldn't afford to do all of it, so they kind of alternated. But it looks good. I mean, they did, I guess, mostly where you needed the design, so it made sense to put the stickers there. The swords actually, I think, look pretty good. A lot of different stickers make up this, and you can put the two swords together. So if you want to go ahead and just pop this on the back, it does peg in if you want them to have one big sword. Unfortunately, the shuriken aspect of it doesn't really work. So if you just go ahead and, you know, swivel that around. I mean, it just doesn't really look like a shuriken. Because of the way it pegs into his hand, they can't have that little bit of the handle that kind of made the other side of the blade. So that doesn't really work, but you can at least combine it together. So you can have one sword if you want, or you can go ahead and pop this off and have him use the two different swords. I like to just have him do the two different swords. I just think it looks cooler. Plus, it's how he transforms. But yeah, they look good. He's got a decent amount of stickers. I mean, forearm, pretty much anywhere you see the yellow, that's stickers. Here in the abdomen, here on the chest. His head is two big stickers. All the swords have various stickers. So he definitely has a decent amount of stickers. The belt down here. But he looks really good. I really like his design. The feet, the back of the hands. The back of the hands were kind of annoying because they have these silver pieces that wrap around into the open area of the fist. So that was kind of a pain. But I really like his kind of sleek ninja design. I've always liked his design, even if I don't love the character that much. But that's a video for another day. But I really like the design. I think they did a great job with the SODO figure. So very, very happy to get him. And then, of course, he's got the open set of hands there in the base. And then last, but certainly not least, we have Slash. And Slash looks pretty good. I have to say, when I saw this box, I really thought he was going to be a ton of stickers. And he's a decent amount of stickers. But everything here on the thighs, everything here on the shins, that's all painted. He's got a decent amount of paint here in the torso. So I was pretty impressed. I really thought he was going to be even more stickers than I thought. Here on the forearm, that's all paint. So you have one big sticker here for the visor, which I think looks fantastic. I love those colors. And then you have each side of the sword up here. The shoulder pad has a sticker in the middle. Sticker here on the shoulders. Stickers here on the inside. This little bit here is a sticker. The belt loops and the driver itself. The kneecaps. And then the ankle pieces. But he looks great. Now, he unfortunately does not come with a gun version of his sword. But the sword itself does look pretty good. And I think they said they just didn't have budget for it this time, or maybe there wasn't room on the sprue. I'm not 100% what the reason was. But they're going to give us a version later on in another release, so we'll get a gun version of his sword eventually. But he looks great. Really, really nice. Again, same articulation as everybody else. And it's kind of funny because he can look so far down and he's got the high collar. So it kind of looks like he can hide in his collar, which just kind of makes me laugh. But yeah, really great articulated figure. Really looks sharp. Honestly, everyone in this box looks really good. This was a really high quality box. Probably one of my favorites so far. Actually got 6 Saber characters, which is rare for Saber SODO line. I know you wouldn't think so, but it is. And there's just so much paint on these figures. They all look great. The few that do have a lot of stickers, you know, they apply pretty easily. Everything looks great. Dragonic Knight and probably Jowl Dragon maybe tied for first, in my opinion, from this box. Kenzon actually a really close second for me. I love the color scheme. I really like his design. He's got that sleek, thinner design. A lot of the other ones start to get really, really bulky, especially when you get into like the 3 book forms for Saber and Blades. They start to get really bulky. I know this isn't his 3 book form, but that was in the last one. But this one's very similar, where they just have so many pieces and so many things on their back and the tail pieces, and they get bulky. And I just think it's refreshing to have kind of a sleeker, you know, the ninja-like design. Plus, I really like his swords. I think that's really cool. So I definitely think these two have the most paint. They look fantastic. They did a great job with the cape here. Yeah, I don't really have much to complain about. These are really, really fun. Even the ones that did have a lot of stickers, like I said, they were applied pretty easily. And I like this guy. I do like Crimson Dragon. I just think he's overshadowed in this box. I just think when you have so many other heavy hitters, you know, it would have been better to spread him out and put him in one of the earlier ones, in my opinion. But I guess he did kind of go from these 2 forms pretty quickly on the show. So by the time they had it ready to release, they made it into the same box. But I just feel like this guy is a little bit sleeker, a lot shinier, just fancy looking with all the paint all in general. I think he overshadows this guy a lot, and he didn't really get his chance to shine, in my opinion. But yeah, I really like this box. All 6 of these figures are fantastic. I definitely highly recommend picking this one up. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And as always, thanks so much for watching.